Hello, everybody. It's Craftin' Just Because with Chris Cowan. Today, we're going to play with, the Thoughtful Journey Designer Series paper again. And I'm pairing it with a new in color, the Petunia Pop, and also the Thoughtful Designs Specialty Designer Series paper, which has like an ombre effect. And then we're going to use one of the dies that's an add-on for the paper pumpkin this month. So let's get started. Oh, and I also have some scraps of Basic White and Blackberry Bliss in case we want to bring that in as well. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to first die cut a couple times here. And I'm going to use this Blackberry Bliss to die cut with. So let's first get our mini cut and emboss machine out. Was everybody having a great day? I know I am. It's been a nice day. I'm going to cut this out a couple of times just so we can layer it and get some nice depth to it. So let me get out my paper trimmer here. So I'm going to need to cut up this scrap in order for it to fit into our die cut machine. I think I'm going to do it 2 more times. I really love the font of this Thanks. That's another reason I wanted to use it today. Whoops. I'm just throwing stuff all over the place. Okay. So there's our sentiment. We're not even doing any stamping, if you can believe that. Sometimes that's nice just to get a card done with a die cut and designer series paper. Okay. So next, let's move this out of the way. Let's go ahead and glue those Thanks together so that it can start drying before we cut our paper here. Okay. Just getting my die put away so I don't lose it. I lost some dies over the holiday time and I just was so sad about it. So I'm really trying to be good about getting things back together and where they go. Okay. I'm just using my liquid multi-purpose glue. And I think I'm going to have to stick a pin in there. Seems I usually do. Okay. My mat's a little dirty, isn't it? Oh, there we go. Okay. So I'm just layering those on top of each other. I have to also teach a project tonight for my team. I do a creative project every month for them. So it's a busy night for me tonight. Always fun. Oh, I wanted to mention, since we're talking about busy nights, tomorrow and Thursday, there we go. Don't let that dry. Tomorrow and Thursday, I have to do my live during my lunch. So I'll go live around 1 o'clock tomorrow. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to cut our card base. So I'm using my Petunia Pop cardstock, and I'm going to cut it on the 8.5 inch side, right in half at 4 1/4. And then I'm going to turn it to the 11 inch side, and I'm going to score that in half at 5 1/2. Then I'm going to cut a basic white piece for inside the card at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Okay. Next, I'm going to cut a piece of this specialty paper. And I need 2 pieces of this. And I'm going to try to use the side with more Petunia Pop on it. And I want this cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And then I need the other piece to be 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. Okay. And then we're going to bring in our designer series paper. And I picked those 2 because I thought that they coordinated well together. And we are going to cut those. We're going to need to make 5 cuts. So 4 of them will be on this piece. And we want to cut this at 1 1/2. And then the next piece at 2 1/4. Okay. And then we're going to cut this piece at 1 3/4. And I'm going to set it up just like that. And then this piece at 3 1/4. Okay. And then the next piece, we're going to cut that 1 1/2 inch piece. We're going to cut it 1 3/4. And then at 3 1/4. So it's similar kind of to the card we made yesterday. They were different cut lines, but I'm going to add a whole new layer to it. Okay, then we're going to cut this piece at 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. And I really just want this little section right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it like that. And then I'm going to cut off some of this side piece. And then cut it at 2 1/4. Just like that. Okay. So that's all of our cutting. Now we get to put the card together. So let me get a few of these items off my desk so that we can get that card put together. Okay, so I'm going to just put these over to the side so we know in what direction they go in. Let's go ahead and layer these 2 pieces together. Ah, my glue filled. Hold on just a second. those together. Then I'm going to take our other piece and we're going to layer these pieces onto this paper as well, leaving a border. Okay. I probably should have just used cardstock for the background because you don't really see that specialty paper. Oh well. It comes through a little bit, which kind of really makes it pretty, but it's hard to see it all. I like to take paper like exactly like this and cut it up to make like collage cards because you already see what the design is, so it makes it just fun and pretty. Okay. Okay, so let that dry for just a moment. Let's fold our card base in half. Okay. And then we'll add our basic white piece on the inside. Okay. Then we'll add this layer. Onto the front. Okay. Then I'm going to use dimensionals to put our little square on. That's nice. I used up that sheet. That was from a paper pumpkin kit. Okay. So now I'm just going to center this right over the center here. And then I'm going to glue thank you right on down about maybe 3/4 of an inch from the bottom. And that's our card, my friends. Make sure that's centered. I love how it really pops out layering those together, but super simple card. It was a fun way to use the dies and this paper. And I like it. And once you hold up the card, you really do see that specialty paper, and it's really pretty. But thank you guys for joining me today. And until next time, my creative peeps, I will see you later. Bye-bye.